Hi guys, this is Amy and today we're doing the Do I Have That Book challenge. I decided to do this challenge with only my physical copies, so it would really be a challenge for me because I don't own many, and it will be funny because I probably won't have most of the books. Without further ado, let's start. Question number 1. Do you have a book with decorated edges? So, I was here looking and I don't think I have it. I mean, I have some books that this one, it kind of has decorated edges, but it's not on purpose. It's just because they didn't cut it right. So, the first book on the list, no, I don't have any books with decorated edges. I'm sorry. And I'm kind of glad because I don't like them very much. Question number 2. Do you have a book with 3 or more people on the cover? If I don't, I can always run to Harry Potter, right? Yeah, I was able to find some books. So here I have the New Moon edition of the movie with the cover of the movie. And we have the 3 of them on the cover, so 3 people. We also have the Eye of Minds, but I think all of these are the same person, so it doesn't count, right? And I have Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. There I have many people on the cover, so nailed it. 3. Do you have a book that was based on another fictional story? So what I do have that, I don't know if it's gonna count, but I'm counting, okay, are these classics editions with Uncle Scrooge, that they are a retelling of famous literature classics. For example, here we have Around the World in 80 Days and Julie Verne's Diary. And I guess we also have, Journey to the Center of the Earth. I'm not sure if this is the name in English, but I'm only translating what I see. So, and here we have my favorite story ever, which is from my favorite book, A Christmas Carol. Yeah, they were based on other fictional stories, so that's it. 4. Do you have a book with a title that is 10 letters long? That one I don't know. I'm gonna have to count some letters. Let me see if I have one in English with 10 letters, because I don't think I do, but I don't have one in English, but I have one in Portuguese. So this is Purgatory from the Divine Comedy of Dante. Purgatory is spelled Purgatorio, so this all here gave me 10 letters. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, if I had this in English, it would be 9 letters. So 5. Do you have a book with a title that starts and ends in the same letters? And yes, I do. I have Torment by Lauren Kate, which is the second book on the Fallen series, and I have read only 3 of them. I have to read the 4th one, but I don't know if I want to, but let's see. But yeah, starts and ends in T, so nailed it again. 6. Do you have a mass market paperback edition of a book? And yes, I have many of them. I have Torment, New Moon, Carrie, The Devil Wears Prada, Once Upon a Star, Diary of a Lampsey Kid, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, Ready Player One, Game of Thrones, like, name it, I have it. I mostly buy paperback mass market editions because they're much cheaper and the shipping to Brazil costs less, so yeah. 7. Do you have a book written by an author using a pen name? And yes, I have some, but the one I'm gonna show you is this because I got so surprised to find out it was a pen name that is 1984 by George Orwell. Like, I had no idea this was a pen name, and last week I was watching Jeopardy and then they said it was a pen name and I was, what? No, wait, George Orwell is not a pen name. I've never heard it before, and yeah, it is, so. 8. Do you have a book with a character's name in the title? And yeah, I have many of them. I'm just gonna grab the nearest one, which is The Great Gatsby. Gatsby is the name of the main character of this story, even though he's not the one telling the story to us. 9. Do you have a book with 2 maps in it? And yes, I have Game of Thrones, A Song of Ice and Fires, that has 2 maps. And I also have, but this one, I think it's kind of cheating. I have the Middle Earth Atlas, so it's an atlas based on J.R.R. Tolkien's universe. So it has like many maps. And I don't know if it works for this challenge, but yeah, I have it. 10. Do you have a book that was turned into a TV show? Yes, I do. Besides having Game of Thrones, I don't want to use the same books on this challenge, but I will if I have to. I have Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. And this book is amazing. I even made annotations. I always make annotations on a book, but I hardly ever do this because I don't know why. This book is really good, and the TV show is amazing too. 11. Do you have a book written by someone that was originally famous by something else? I don't think I do, actually. I have the Hunger Games trilogy, and I know that Susan Collins was not an author before, but she was not that famous before she became an author. I've got The Art of War by Sun Tzu, and I know he was a famous warrior before he wrote this book, but I don't know if it counts. Yeah, no. Besides the ones mentioned, this is the second book that I don't have in the challenge. Do you have a book with a clock on the cover? And I also think I don't. Not that I remember. Unless... No, Alice doesn't have a clock on the cover. And done. No, I don't have a book with a clock on the cover. So 3 books that I don't have. Number 12, do you have a poetry book? And no, I used to have one, but when we moved, I just gave it away because I kind of never read it. I just bought, and I remember that I really wanted a poetry book because I thought that reading poetry would make me more interesting or something. And then I just tried and I didn't like it at all. At least I didn't like it in Portuguese. I like some poems in English and Italian and other languages, but Portuguese, I don't think it kind of fits. It's not a pretty language to write poems. And 13, do you have a book with an award stamp on the cover? And yeah, while I was looking for the clock, I found this book with an award on the cover that I can't even read, but it's an award. Yeah, it's the John Newbery Medal for the most distinguished contribution to American literature for children. Oh, yeah, award on the cover, I have it. 14. Do you have a book written by an author with the same initials as you? I don't think I do, because my initials are actually TF for 20 Fontoura, and I don't think I have any books by an author that starts with T. No. So this is the 5th book that I don't have. Next, do you have a book of short stories? And yes, I do. I have this book called Once Upon a Star that is a compilation of romance short stories, but I never read it. Next, do you have a book that is between 500 and 510 pages long? So yeah, that's a specific. Let's start opening books and seeing. Prison Girl, come on. Nope, too long. Where's an Harry Potter book? No. Ha! Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince has exactly 510 pages long. So, ha! Next, do you have a book that was turned into a movie? I have many books that were turned into a movie. I'm gonna use the nearest one, which is Diary of a Wimpy Kid, which is a series that I absolutely love. It's amazing. It's so funny. And the movies are really good too. I wish they kept doing them, but I don't think it was such a success for them to keep making them. We're almost finishing. We only have 2 more questions to go. And the next one is, do you have a graphic novel? And yeah, I have those ones that I told you about that are with Uncle Scrooge and Donald Duck. I also have some mangas in Japanese because I study Japanese, so I decided to buy Death Note, which is my favorite manga in Japanese. And I also have a graphic novel of The Little Mermaid. It's the movie in a graphic novel's version because it's The Little Mermaid, right? So I had to have it. And the last question, do you have a book written by 2 or more authors? And I guess that besides this one that is a compilation of stories, I don't have other books that were written by 2 or more authors. I have though a translation of Beowulf that was made by 2 people, so A.S. Francini and Carmen Segafredo. This is the only thing that I have with 2 names after the title, and it's a translation, so they didn't write the story, nobody knows who wrote it. So let me know in the comments which book do you think is the most interesting in this one, and also comment other tags that I may do. Thank you so much for watching. This was really a challenge. I didn't have 6 of the books in the questions, but I got very impressed of the quantity of books I did have. Thank you so much for watching this video until the end. Don't forget to hit that like button. I love you guys, and see you on the next video.